All right, you guys, welcome to multiplying polynomials. Okay, so there is a couple of different approaches that you can take to this subject in terms of how you want to solve the problem. Okay, some of you may be familiar with the term FOIL. Okay, and that stood for first, outer, inner, last. Okay, and it was a technique for multiplication. Okay, now it works, but it only works for problems that are on the left here. So 3x plus 1, 2x minus 1. So problems that are written just like that, where you are multiplying a binomial by a binomial, FOIL works. But what happens when I'm not multiplying a binomial times a binomial anymore? Okay, so really what I focus on with my students is what technique, what skill are you using to complete this multiplication that you already know, okay, without having to associate it with FOIL, so that way I can associate it to any problem of any size. Because what happens if there's 3 terms here and 3 terms here? What will I do to solve that problem? Okay, so the technique that you're using is the distributive property. You're going to take 3x and you are going to multiply it by the first term and the second term here. Then you take 1 and you distribute it. Okay, so you are just utilizing the distributive property to complete this multiplication. Okay, so if I multiply 3x times 2x, that gives me 6x squared because I add my exponents. 3x times negative 1 gives me negative 3x. Okay, so that's the first step in the distributive property. Now I'm going to take 1 times 2x. Well, that's just 2x. And then 1 times negative 1. So I get negative 1. All right, and then I have to combine like terms anytime I complete this multiplication step. Well, 6x squared is on its own, and then negative 3x plus 2 is negative 1x minus 1. Okay, all right. Now, I actually like to use an alternative way to organize my work, okay? And what I do is I use a box, okay? Now, here's the thing about students. They'll sit there and say, I don't want to draw the box every time. Okay, so don't draw the box, okay? Just draw tic-tac-toe. So if you can draw tic-tac-toe, okay, and you can be as messy and neat as you want to, you don't put anything here. Okay, you can put whichever parentheses you want in the top row or in the first column. So 3x plus 1, I'm going to put that in the top row. So I'm going to put 3x plus 1. Then I'm going to take the second parentheses and I'm going to put it in the first column. 2x minus 1. Okay, and now I just use this as a multiplication table. Okay, so to get the answer here, I multiply 3x times 2x. That's the same answer here. 2x times 1. There's it, 2x right here. All right, then I take negative 1. So to get the answer for this box, I take negative 1 times 3. So I get negative 3x. Negative 3x is right here. And then negative 1 times 1, negative 1. Okay, I find this keeps my work much more organized. Okay, I'm not writing down anything more than what I would have written here. Okay, then when I write the final answer, I can immediately combine like terms, which are located here in my diagonal. So my final answer is 6x squared, 2 minus 3x, or negative 3x plus 2, negative 1x, and minus 1. I got the same answer. Okay, now I'm going to tell you from this point on, this is my technique. Okay, I don't like to use this approach because my problem will start over here, and because I also write really big, my problem is going to end all the way on this side of the page, sometimes going into another line. Okay, so all I end up doing is making a hot mess of my paper. So this is why I like this technique. Okay, so 6x squared minus 1x, and I actually don't have to type in that minus 1, okay, because remember it's an understood 1. So 6x squared minus x minus 1. Submit my answer. Yes. Now, look what he's got here. You can see it. So if you need extra practice and you want to keep using, it says hide box or the tabular method. Okay, so he's going to show it to you as distributive property. Okay, and then if you select it, he'll show it to you as the box method. Okay, now look, 2x minus 1, like I said, it doesn't matter which one you put on the top row or the first column. It does not matter. Okay, all right, so let's look at a new problem. And then I'll move on in the video to the harder problems. So 2x minus 10, 3x minus 9. Okay, so I'm going to set up my tic-tac-toe. Okay. Now, I actually draw this a lot faster when I'm doing the problems on my own. Okay, I just like go and keep going. Okay, nothing will go here. Okay, I can put 2x minus 10 here, and then I can put 3x minus 9 here. All right, so 2x times 3x, 6x squared. Okay, 2 times 3 gave me 6, and then remember you have exponents here of 1 plus 1 to give me 2. 2x times negative 9, so negative 18x. Negative 10 times 3x is negative 30x. And negative 10 times negative 9 is positive 90. So my final answer is 6x squared. Okay, combine like terms, negative 18 and negative 30 is negative 48, and then plus 90. Okay, so 6x squared minus 48x plus 90. Submit my answer, and there you go, and you can see the table. Okay, and he set his table up the same way as mine this time. Okay, all right, I'll come back in another video. We're going to look at it at a little bit different problems. Good luck.